seconds, folks. I'm trying to see if I can get Jenkins on the line here for a quick interview. Hello, Jenkins, are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Hello. I just wanted to say congratulations. I think a lot of people were considering you were the underdog, and I'm really impressed with your performance. You guys did really well. I saw some amazing... We were getting very excited when you guys did the thing where you were going on to Ritsu's Ember Spirit in one lane because you'd actually located his remnant elsewhere, and then were killing him off. That was pretty beautiful.
Oh yeah, to be fair, that was pretty lucky that we had vision of that though.
You did it twice though.
Yeah, I mean it's once again just luck, and the ward vision I think was like the key for that. The supports put down really good wards, and we actually have our coach to thank for that. We've been going to practice lobbies and doing some like intense warding lately.
Oh.
You know, setting up a perimeter, and we've been seeing getting so much information out of the jungle that we like used to not get at previous to going into lobbies. So I would suggest that that custom game for anyone who wants to learn how to ward.
Excellent. First of all, so anyway, congratulations. I wanted to say a really great job. Yesterday, you guys looked a bit shakier, and I would say, especially, we interviewed Swindles yesterday. He even agrees that he thinks that Complexity isn't as good right now as Cloud9 and DC just because of their roster shuffles. But you beat out, you know, arguably one of the better teams. Were you just having an off day yesterday? Were you getting stuff together? What?
We've been having a bit of an off few days. We're kind of different from other NA teams in the sense that we don't really like kick our players or anything like that when we have, you know, like ruts and stuff like that. If another team has a rut with like a specific player, and you know some guys like playing like shit every game, they're just gonna like kick them when it gets to a point. But for us, we just kind of try to get out of the rut and stay positive. So.
Yeah, you're one of the more stable teams. I've actually been trying to do some more research on the NA scene, and it was just a funny thing that came up. I was messaging your manager, and he was just like, I was like, oh, do you have any roster updates for me? Because, you know, you can do as much research as you want, and the rosters are changing in NA Dota, and he's like, we haven't changed. We're the same. So that was really fun.
We always consider it. We kind of have like a process, except at the point where we're like considering kicking a player, we also kind of look at the positives that they have too, and realize that it's actually a lot more work to get a new player on the team than it is to just fix someone's mistakes. I think, at least. So that's our strategy, and it's been working as of late. So.
Yeah, really well done. Now, do you have, when you guys draft and so on, I just want to know some of the stuff. It felt like Ember got through all of those games, and you guys picked it twice. I think you was that a block pick for Ritsu? I feel like he's got a very famous Ember. Were you worried when he got his Ember?
Not necessarily. I can't actually remember what the draft order was in particular, because I don't draft anymore, but I think
you just not pay attention when you draft?
No, I pay attention. I think the idea was that we would get the Darkseer, and we knew that we wanted to run a Wisp lineup. Mm-hmm. And if we pick Ember Spirit, I don't know what the hell it was. Something about the lanes being really weak, and we know that C9, if they dominate the lanes, it's really hard to come back because they're all really experienced and extremely good at the game with like arguably perfect positioning in a lot of ways, especially for sieging. I feel like 1437 is probably one of the main reasons for that, seeing as he coached Secret, and they also were really good siegers. So we kind of decided that we wanted to win as many lanes as possible to avoid their 5-man sieges, and for whatever reason we decided we needed to get Darkseer for that. In other words, we had to give up the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I really like what you mentioned there. I feel like you do have, not you in particular, but in the NA scene, there are some players who are super experienced, and having 1437, and I think Brax as well, who has a lot of experience on one team, is very scary. Mason is standing in for him today, but as you said, you need to win your lanes, because if you don't, you've already lost the game. They're just going to take it over. But great job there. I'm trying to think of some other questions I have. I'm a little bit, we're trying to get the other games set up because they took too long. Luckily, someone's in the bathroom, so I've got time. Just,
oh, nice.
Yeah. How are you guys feeling? I know you're 1-1 right now in your group. That still definitely means that you can do well, and I think the other member of your group is DC. How are you feeling facing them? Is it DC or is it?
I think it's Archon.
Oh, it's Archon. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's Archon. Yeah. Good luck. No. How are you feeling about that?
We're confident against Archon. I mean, not to say that Archon's bad, because they're amazing. We think that C9 is a stronger team than Archon is. So we decided if we could beat C9 today, we could probably take the second or first slot in the group fairly easily, assuming we stick to the same sort of mentality. It's not even about strategy. It's about attitude and like team mentality. So it's good now, and usually when we have a good team mentality, we win. So we actually, it's kind of funny. The second game and the third game, we kind of started fucking around, and it made things a lot more like lighthearted, and it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier to play. We were just like cracking jokes and TeamSpeak, and holy fuck, it was funny. I was laughing my ass off, crying. But
Wait, you guys are that chill in game? Do you actually talk a lot? Because I've always wanted to hear a professional team's TeamSpeak, but then I know Total Beach has done a few of those, and it's like completely silent for some teams.
We were really serious the first game because we've been like, you know, trying to figure out what the hell is like wrong with the team, what we're doing wrong, and we've been practicing really hard and still trying to maintain like a positive attitude. And then the first game we lost, and we're like, okay, it didn't work. Let's just try something else. So we just started fucking around and having a good time. And I mean, I say fucking around, but I just mean like verbally, kind of joking about a lot of things and joking about dying and making misplays. And it makes it a lot easier to make a mistake and come back from it when you're joking around, especially since the being in a rut when your team makes a mistake, you kind of like, it brings you down a little more than if you make a mistake and your team is like owning. So yeah, the fucking around definitely helped.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that you guys had a good way back into that. And good luck tomorrow against Archon. I think we're maybe finally ready to go. I'm really excited to see more out of you guys with one of the more stable rosters. Are we ever going to get to see you on Pudge again? Or is he done though?
No, yeah, we'll definitely pick Pudge. It's just like right now there's a lot of top tier offlaners that you can pick in the first phase, so it's a lot harder to pick Pudge if you don't want to give them a really sick offlaner, like Darkseer, for example.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're definitely Pudge isn't going anywhere.
Yeah. And it actually looks like Dope is still in the bathroom. That's actually what's holding up our next game. So if you want to do any shout-outs or anything, I don't know if you know. I figure you all know each other, right? You scrim all of these teams that you qualifiers against.
We know each other.
So
Derp must be taking a giant dump or something.
I know, he's finally... Yeah, no, he said that's exactly what he said he was doing.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he's finally back now, so finally. But do you have any shout-outs before we let you get back to your scrimming or having a life, whatever you guys do?
Yeah, shout out to Corey Francis Lee Helms. It's my manager.
Okay, excellent. So, yeah, and thank you so much for joining us. If hopefully you guys do well against Archon, and then we'll see you here again. I'll try to have more questions prepared and not be so frazzled. This is a bit of a rushed one. But thank you so much for joining us, and good luck against Archon in the next few days.
Thank you so much.
So, I'll see you next